Hey, quick video today. I'm just gonna show you guys some of the few fragrances I got in my Seoul trip. Actually, I was planning on making a video for that solo trip. However, I feel like what I did wasn't very interesting. Like, it was definitely very relaxing for me, but I don't think it would be very fun to watch, so I haven't really decided on that. But in the meantime, let me show you the fragrances I got. Pause. Before I go in, I wanted to mention that I was walking around Seongsu. I'll show you a map over here, but there's a specific road in Seongsu where there's a high concentration of perfume shops. And I think that if you are interested in perfumes and going to Korea, it's worth checking out that area. Seongsu in general is very interesting, but I thought there were a lot of things there. I saw new brands that I hadn't seen before. There was Loe, L-O-E, and there's something with 12 something, I'll put it up, but the 12 one specifically had a really interesting one because they had something that smelled like Les Concentrés by Chabot, like a very, very sweet, milky scent, and that was very, like, it stood out to me because none of the other fragrance houses on that street had something relatively gourmand like that. Only one of these was a planned purchase, and that is the hair mist from Afterglow. This one is the scent Love Potion, and it's a hair perfume mist, like mentioned. Packaging is really cute. Actually, I was planning to get this on Olive Young because there was a really good deal when it was released where you also had a mini size for your bag, like it was just included. However, it's sold out, and it's still sold out in Olive Young. As you can see, I actually have the solid perfume for Love Potion already. I got it earlier in April, the first time I went to Seoul this year, and I really like the scent. I'll put up the notes here just so you can see, but it's a scent that is extremely safe, a bit girlyish, like it's fruity, florally, and very sweet. And it's generally very, very nice. So I like to put this behind my ears, like every day on a daily basis, so that when I move around, I can smell it. And so when they released the hair perfume, I was really interested in it. And I do want to point out something about this. So let me flip it around. What are you noticing about this? It's that there's oil in it, right? So this is actually oil based, and because of that, it doesn't dry out your hair. And this is an important point I'd like to make because you would think, can't you just spray any perfume into your hair? Well, technically, yes, you can, but it's really damaging to hair, especially like mine that's already dry and bleached. Earlier this year, I got this perfume from Keach. Sorry, it's been through a lot. Was it? My friend Annabelle calls it Wham Sugar because the R is gone, right? This is Keach's Warm Sugar. It's also a hair perfume. As you can see, I really, really like the scent. I want to say nearly done. Right now, it doesn't spray anything because of the way this is like lifted. I have to like tilt it out or decant it. I really, really like the scent, and when I got it, I was spraying it every day, and I think it did some damage to my hair, I fear. So regretfully, at some point, even though this is a hair perfume, I started just using it as like a regular mist because it was too drying on my hair because it's alcohol based. And actually, this is why I was wondering, because if it's Keach, should it not be more caring towards hair? But no, it wasn't. Basically, a lot of the mists I have are like this, where since they have alcohol in it, it's quite drying for my hair. So I was really interested when I saw Afterglow released one that's oil-based, and yeah. The mist is quite fine as well. Smells nice. Not as intense as the perfume. I don't own the perfume, but my friend does. And not as concentrated either as this. But I think it's very nice and light, and it's meant to be good for frizzy, dry hair as well because of the oil. So yeah, that's the first thing I definitely wanted to get. No hate to Wham Sugar though. I love her. I don't know if I'll be repurchasing because, like, I want to, but I need to go through the rest of the things I have, right? But this is one thing I bought this year and I've like completely like depleted. Well, nearly. So like I said, it was sold out at Olive Young, so I actually went directly to the Afterglow store to get this. And by the way, if you don't know what that is, that's underneath the Dazik Seongsu store. You have to go into Dazik to get into the Afterglow store because they are the same thing. You guys know, actually don't know, I don't like Dazik, but I like Afterglow. So while I was there, I actually went and smelled their new scent, and that is Aqua Tangerine, and it's I really wish I could tell you like how it smells like, but it literally smells aquatic and like tangerine. It doesn't smell like an orange, it smells like a tangerine. I got the Eau de Parfum for my friend. However, I went and got the solid perfume because I don't know, I really like Afterglow's solid perfumes. They're so useful, so easy to carry around, and you can really smell them for a long time if you put them like right here. It's amazing, it works so well. So that's how it is. I have one more, by the way. I also have cherry soap, which I also really like. As you can see, this one is entirely brand new. It comes looking like this. Just to show you how much there is, this is how my Love Potion one looks right now, and this is around how much is left. So it's about halfway, and this is with several months of daily use, so it does last for quite a long time. It smells like summer, like so fresh and fruity. Like you can picture being in the sun, like by the ocean, with like fruit punch, like a really nice glass of fruit punch. So good. To me, also, I think this is quite unisex. It's sweet, but like it smells like summer. Just at the top of my head, I think this would layer really well with fruity scents, like a peach perfume. Lemon Sugar by Kayali, I think would be a good layer for this as well. But yeah, I am happy to have got it. So the last thing I actually got is from Kuoca. And I think I mentioned this in my last Seoul haul video, that we went to Kuoca and we smelled this, and this is actually, it's literally just called Wild Peach Squeezed topped with French herbs. And like the name of this mist is already a description of how it smells like, because it is quite a photorealistic scent. And I actually wanted to go to Kuoca, their store is in Seoul, because I wanted to see if they had anything new, and they did. They had Eau de Parfums now, so like they had this as an Eau de Parfum. I'll show you a picture of the Eau de Parfums they released. I smelled them all and they were nice, but they were also super expensive. So I was like, I'm good, girl. But the thing that actually lured me into the store in the first place, because I was actually, I didn't really recall where it was, but I was like walking in the street and I got such a nice juicy peach smell, and I turned and it was them. And I knew I had to smell this again. It smells so fresh because of the herbs. So it says topped with French herbs. That basically means herbe de Provence, if you know what that is. So it's things like thyme, rosemary, all those kind of things. So you can definitely smell that, but the peach is the dominant scent. It's like 85% peach, 15% herbs. The herbiness really does bring a natural feeling to it. I'm not saying peaches are not natural, but it brings a lot of freshness, like natural freshness to it, that feels very like you know, like that kind of earthy, leafy, like a tomato leaf or something like a fuzzy leaf. It brings that kind of feeling to the scent, and I think it's really nice. Unfortunately, it is quite small, but I think it will be very good layered with the Holly Banham perfume. This, what's it called? Summer Break. That smells really good as well. And I think honestly, if you don't like a herby scent, you won't enjoy this, because it's not something you can enjoy, but I think it elevates the scent so that it's not simply a juicy peach. Although the Holly Banham one that I just mentioned it feels strictly like peach iced tea, like flat peach iced tea, and I think that's totally fine as well. I really love that scent. I think like when you've been to a country a lot, you start to recognize a lot of the scents that the country likes. For example, when I think of scents associated to the south of France, it's always things like lait d'amande, which is like almond milk, and orange blossom, you know, or even there's like olive oil, like things like that. These are the kind of scents that show up a lot. My impression when walking through Seongsu to see all of the scents that Korean perfume houses had is that they all had like 3 that were pretty standard, and the first one is something cottony or laundry scents like. So yeah, a very blue cottony laundry clean scent. The second one was a floral scent, something with rose or white florals, and the last one was peach. And there's always a peach one there. So I think for some reason they're just really good at peach scents. I highly recommend, if you visit Korea and you like peach scents, to check out their perfumes, because they have some really good photorealistic peach scents. And I wanted to say that I actually brought Theodoros Calotini's pear gelato with me onto travel because I was wearing that 1 ml during the 4 days. And that is a very delicious scent that smells like peach yogurt, but it's not the same as a photorealistic, juicy scent. So they were very distinct from one another when I was wearing it and when I was testing something like this. I've been a bit lax with posting videos on this channel. I think it's just because I don't really know what people want to watch. I know like the point of my channel is really to just post what I want, but it also takes a lot of time to edit sometimes, and I'm never sure, like, is it really that interesting? Because I don't want to just yap and it not be interesting. So yeah, I do have some things I have filmed and I haven't edited. Like I said, I might do a solo trip solo vlog, I'm not sure. I also have one for cystic acne because I thought people might find it interesting. Yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any other suggestions of things you'd like to see, let me know. Or if you have any comments on the perfumes I've tested out today, let me know that too. And that's it for me today. It's a short one. You can watch a video over here if you like, or you can subscribe to me here. That's what YouTubers do, right? Bye!